We are very excited for our next guest. He's author John Grisham, a.k.a. the master of the legal thriller. Grisham has written more than 50 consecutive #1 bestsellers. That's why we call him the master of the thriller. Sold more than 400 million books worldwide. So his newest novel and first ever mystery is called The Widow. He says he doesn't like the title, but when you read the book, it makes perfect sense. It's out today. It's about a small town lawyer who goes on trial for murder. We're very happy to say that John Grisham joins us. And congratulations on another bestseller. I'm going to go out on a limb. Yeah, as DJ Kel says, another one. Let's see, if I look sleepy and have extra bags under my eyes, it's because I was up till 1:30 reading this book because I wanted to know how it was going to end.
That's my goal.
Really?
Keep you up at night.
to prime me. Well, mission accomplished. And first, the ending threw me a little bit. I'm not going to say how it ends, but I go back to your wife, Renee. I haven't met Renee, but I already like her. She didn't really care for your original ending, and neither did your editor.
Correct.
What can you tell us without giving anything away? What didn't they like about it?
I almost always know the ending.
You do
before I start. Before I start. That's a rule I have. Don't write the first scene until you know the last scene. That's tough. Okay?
Yes.
But when you write suspense and mysteries, you better know where you're going. And if you know the ending, it's hard to get lost.
Yes.
Well, this was different. I had an ending that I thought was kind of shaky. And I tried it, and Renee didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
And my publisher, Suzanne, didn't like it, and my agent didn't like it. So I was,
So what did you do?
I kept writing. I found a new ending, and it works. Okay?
How many more words did you have to write?
30,000 words.
30,000.
In the month
Wow,
of January to finish the book. Yeah.
You know what I like about your writing is you never have a preface. You get right to it. I actually enjoy that. I like to get right into the book. But I'm also fascinated by where your ideas come from in a book. You always seem to have an initial idea. Where did the idea come from for this story?
They all come from experience as a lawyer or as a lawyer who still reads about the law, courts, trials, law firms, appeals. I love litigation, things like that, to read about it. But this story came from being a small-town lawyer for 10 years in Mississippi and doing 1,000 simple wills for people who didn't need them, but they thought they did. And I would do a simple will and crank it out page and a half. And I never had a client with any money, but I often thought, what if I had a client who didn't appear to have money, but had a lot of money?
Yes.
You know, what would happen to, how would I approach that will?
And enter Eleanor. She has $16 million, she says.
And it's not your traditional whodunit. It's more like, did he do it?
Did he do it?
Yes.
And you know, talk about that distinction between the two, because oftentimes with a mystery, it's labeled as a whodunit.
Yeah. Well, I've never done a whodunit, but they're kind of the same. The lawyer goes on trial. Did he do it? That's the story, okay? Then there's a lot of courtrum stuff. He's on trial. And I love the courtroom scenes, okay? So I always try to get back to the courtroom. Can't always do it. But once he goes to trial, you wonder, did he do it? Is he going to be convicted? Or did somebody else do it? So the mystery's always there. Who really did it?
He's also having a lot of marital problems along the way. He's having financial problems. Listen, Simon's life is a mess. Simon's life is a mess.
He gambles on football games.
Gambles on football games. So you have the layer
small
of that.
Small town gambling.
He's not the only one. We got a couple cameramen in here that gamble on games too.
But one of the great lines, and it doesn't give anything away, I hope. It says, "Your client is dead and you bought the cookies." Just do with that what you will. You got to read the book.
You bought the cookies.
Isn't that a good line?
Like
Your client is dead and you bought the cookies. But the other thing that's fascinating to me, I was reading that you told the producer you've never had writer's block. That surprises me because I always think all great writers have writer's block. And this one, Tony Dokoupil says, well, I get that. You're not supposed to have writer's block if
You
you're
just
a writer.
keep writing. I'm curious what you do.
Once you get the habit of doing it every day, and I got in that habit 35 years ago. I've always got the next story. I'm always thinking about the next story or the next scene in a story.
Yeah.
And I get up every morning and I write 1,000 words.
Every morning.
But
but if I'm home.
Yeah, if you're home.
Yeah.
do you ever crash out of a novel idea? I mean, you have an idea, you think it's going to work, but then you sit down and you start working and you realize it's no good at all.
Every idea is brilliant, okay, when you get one. It's a work of genius, okay?
I like that.
And so,
Every idea is brilliant?
I like that.
You let it kind of fester for a while, and you think about it, you add to it, you subtract, and most of them go away. They're not that brilliant. The good ones stick. And I work on them for a long time. I add to them, do more research, get another idea, and keep adding to them. And the good ideas stick. Most of them don't.
So do you have half-finished novels in drawers?
No, I have outlines and ideas, pages of just random notes for ideas for 10 books. And most of them are not going to work, but I keep adding to it, taking away, throw them away, a new idea. Something will hit tomorrow.
That's great. I love your writing style and practices because it's applicable to life. Thank you so much, John. We appreciate
So good,
it.
John.
Yeah, thank you.
The Widow is on sale
And it's
right
good,
now.
Nate.
It is good.
It's good.